Yeah, everyone, welcome to another episode of That's So Funny. Episode number, I don't know, what is this, 614? Another day, another dollar. Well, I don't think I made any money today. Maybe a little bit, I don't know. Sold a couple of games, random games, that Xbox 360 ones. What was it? One of them was Jericho, which is like a Clive Barker game, I think. It's an interesting game, 360. The other one was another 360 game. What was it? I can't remember what it was. Crap. It's gonna bother me now. I mean, I already sent it, I already shipped it out, but I mean, I can look it up. I'm just trying to guess it. Yeah, I feel like I'm at that point where I can't like retain information anymore. I have to like immediately Google something or immediately look back. That's why I'm like writing notes all the time because I feel like I'll immediately forget it. I don't know if that's with old age or just like the technology nowadays where it's just at our fingertips. Like we just can't remember shit. You know what I mean? I used to be able to look up stuff or remember things, as like trivial or something like that. And now, or even how to spell things. I used to know how to sound things out to know how to spell them, and now I just can't remember anything. I was like, well, let me just Google it. Let me just Google it. Let me just Yahoo it, or let me just Bing it, or whatever. So it's a lot easier that way. But um, man, what was it? It's gonna piss me off now. I don't know. Uh, Whatever. I don't care. Maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow. But let's check out the news here. That's my grunge sound. I'm in my grunge era. Let me see. Here we go. Rapper Sean Kingston arrested in California after SWAT raids his Florida home, charged with fraud. Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no, 'cause I got you. No, wait, I think that's Akon. That's that's not Sean Kingston. He's singing something about beautiful girls, right? I forget what song he does. Because I was never really a Sean Kingston fan. He looks kind of like my brother here. Like my brother. He does look like my brother, but a lot darker skinned. My brother has a little bit lighter skin, and he has glasses that are like pretty thick because he didn't really have like the insurance to pay for the thinner, like he really needs thick glasses, but where they have like stronger prescriptions but for thinner lenses, but he just went with the cheap ones, so they're like real thick. But yeah, rapper Sean Kingston was arrested in California on fraud charges Thursday, several hours after a SWAT team raided his rented South Florida mansion and carted away a van a load of items. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with him. All I could think is that Diddy sold him out. uh I don't know. I feel like this has to do with Diddy for some reason. I just do. Like Diddy, they were like, you got to sell out one of your homies, dude, and he's like, all right, I'll sell out Sean Kingston, and you can get all his terabytes of data or whatever. He didn't keep up the fees with the Illuminati and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like free my homie Sean Kingston. Nah, I feel like this has something to do with Diddy, and it's all gonna like with the red yarn and everything on the cork board go back to Diddy and how he's like gonna slowly sell out certain people because he fucked up, or I don't know, just for the FBI or whoever's in charge of him, right? Whoever's handling him, he's got to like do this shit now to make amends for it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with this. With Sean Kingston, it's kind of weird. I mean, it could just be like money or guns. I don't know. Could be a lot of things, right? With the rappers, kind of like that other dude that rapper, whatever. I don't hear any of his music, but the one that like shot himself on the live stream or whatever. So there's a lot of things that could be going on with these rappers nowadays, right? I miss squeak rap. We need to jam out some squeak rap. Here on the news, Burger King to launch $5 value meal. And yeah, $5 is value now. I remember when a dollar was a value menu thing, and now $5. when you have a place like Wendy's that does 4 for 4, right? And you have things like this where it's like, "Oh, it's a value meal, $5." But Wendy's has done 4 for 4 forever. And you got places like McDonald's and then Burger King doing this shit, which Burger King, I don't know. I don't know how they're still in business. I mean, I like Burger King, but I really it's like Jack in the Box for me. Like Burger King and Jack in the Box back in my hometown, we only had like the one Burger King and the one Jack in the Box. And it's not really like growing up there, I would hate the places, but it's because of who ran them. I didn't understand the concept that like people franchise these restaurants and then you have shitty employees taking care of the restaurants, right? So it turns out that like if shitty food comes out of there, it's not necessarily the restaurant, or not the name, right? It's maybe just that location, but we only had the one location to go to. It's not like in bigger towns where you have 3 or 4 or 5 Burger Kings to possibly go to, where you have like 10 different McDonald's or 5 different Starbucks to go to, where you're like, no, I don't want to go to the shitty one. Let's go to the better one. So Burger King um wasn't always that good. I did like the toys there when I was a kid, but whatever. The same with Jack in the Box. I hated Jack in the Box. And then now like moving out of town and having like different Jack in the Boxes to kind of choose from, I'm like, okay, it's not that bad, right? But I have a Burger King down the street. I never really want to go there. I think I've been there once down the street, and it was all right. I think I got like mozzarella sticks from there, nuggets, and they like dino shaped and shit. But yeah, them doing this, I'm like, whatever. And I've talked about this before. I've actually worked for Burger King technically for I think a month or two. I forget how long I worked for Burger King, maybe 2 months. But that was the one in my hometown, and it was owned by like some Indian dudes, like not Native American Indians, but like Indians from like I don't know India. And man, they were cheapskates, dude. I hated working for that. That was a terrible boss. He was there all the time. "Oh, no, you could only put 2 napkins or 1 sauce unless they purchase more." Like, he wanted us to charge people more if they wanted more napkins or more sauce or even for a cup of water. This guy was a fucking cheapskate, dude. And I remember, like I remember, when I went to Taco Bell, it's like, "Oh, you want extra sauce?" Bam, we'd fucking throw like, jokingly, when people would ask for, like, extra sauce, we'd throw, like, a fistful into that shit of, like, fire sauce or whatever, just, like, to fuck with them, but we could do that. But, yeah, I hated my time working at Burger King, it sucked. It was, like, as a second job, and, yeah, I don't miss it. I shoulda kept the shirt though, like, to sell it later on, whatever. Uh, but yeah, this I don't think they could beat Wendy's. Wendy's has the 4 for 4 still, from what I believe, and then they're just about to drop a 50-piece nugget that's like 15 bucks. That's a good deal. 50 nuggets from Wendy's for 50 bucks or 50 for 15 is a good deal because Wendy's nuggets are fucking good, and then to get 50 of them for 15 bucks, that's a fucking deal, dude. Like that, like 15 bucks, that'll feed 3 or 4 people, or like that'll be good for a fucking um like a wrestling event or a fight, an MMA fight or something. But yeah, stick to Wendy's. Wendy's is way better. If you're gonna go like franchised fast food, stick to Wendy's. Whataburger's good too, but it's expensive. But yeah, stick to Wendy's. And then for ice cream, go to Sonic. Or drinks. Found drinks too, go to Sonic. They have really good blue Powerade there. They don't have red Powerade though, just blue. Moving on here to other news. Where's the news? Oh, here it is. NBA great Dwayne Wade launches Translatable, an online community supporting transgender youth. And so, yeah, Dwayne Wade has a trans child, right? That came out when they were 17, Wade's daughter, Zaya, who turned 17, came out as transgender in 2020 in the midst of anti trans legislation in Florida and other states that prompted many trans adults to flee the state. The Wade family sold their Florida home last year and moved to California. So, yeah, he has a trans child, right? I don't know if it's a girl to a boy or a boy to a girl. I don't really remember. But he's offering this Translatable, which is an online community to support transgender children and their families. And I like where his heart is, like trying to do this for the sake of his child, but I feel like it's gonna get poisoned by either like people who are against the trans community or people who want to like um hide themselves within the trans community for nefarious things like the groomers and the maps and all a lot of the things that we worry about in these right leaning states where it's like oh there's a boy in the girl's bathroom type shit. So and then with the transgender athletes and stuff like that, there's a lot of like things going on. So I understand him trying to like do the right thing with this online community with Translatable, but I feel like just like any community, it'll become toxic, um, you know, poisoned by other people. Even if you do have good people and they're trying to do good things, it will. I mean, look at any community. Look at wrestling, look at Minecraft, look at literally any type of community. Some people will come in there and want to make it toxic. It just it's human nature now. It really is like um, that they want to just destroy things. But I hope it works out for him. I really do, and for his child. But and I have nothing against them. Like he can do what he wants. It's you could tell. Like I said, he's got the right heart in it. It's not about making money off of the trans community. It's about helping them with this community. But I don't think it's gonna work out, buddy. Sorry. you know. I don't know. Well, but kudos to you, and I hope you take your talents there to the trans community in your future endeavors. Lastly, here on the news, a group of graduates walk out of Harvard commencement chanting "Free, Free Palestine." Hundreds of students in graduation robes walked out of the Harvard commencement on Thursday, chanting "Free, Free Palestine" after weeks of protests on campus. And a day after the school announced that 13 Harvard students who participated in a protest encampment would not be able to receive diplomas alongside their classmates. Some students chanted let them walk" during Thursday's commencement, referring to allowing these 13 students to get their diplomas. Um, I don't know. Like, why is this still happening? Why is this still a thing? Like, uh, that's what happens when you like these are real world like your actions have real world consequences, right? And you could even go back, like let's say you are doing the right thing in the situation, or you feel like you are, right? Whatever your arguments are, right? Whether you're pro Palestine or pro Israel. I'm pro Israel, but that's just because I got my homie in Israel, right? But um, you look back at like the times when the blacks fought against segregation, and they would get like hosed, and the dogs would bite them, and they would get beaten and stuff like that, and that like they had to fight like that, and they like handled it. They went through a lot, right? Whereas right now you have these people that like want to protest, and let's say comparing it to the blacks who did it, but then like when punishments come on, like, why are you punishing us? We just wanted free speech, blah blah blah. But the like back then when the blacks got all that, why are you hosing us? Why are you throwing dogs at us? We just want free rights. Like they want to protest, but without any of the like punishments or any of the repercussions. It's like you want to take action but have no reaction, and it doesn't work that way in this world. Especially if you do want to make a change. Like that's not how you can't say, "Well, I wanna say what I wanna say," and then, when something happens, "Well, that's not fair," and it's like, "Well, that's why you like, that's what things have to do to make changes." Like, it's not I can't, like, work out and then be mad that my body's sore, like, you can't do something and then be upset when, the consequences don't match, like, what the intended outcome you thought would be, I don't know. It's all, like, screwy to me because it's like you still want your diploma even after you met those consequences, and, like, unless you're willing to apologize, then yeah, cool, get your diploma, but if you really wanna stand by what you believe in, then you would be fine with not walking. You would say, "Nah, I don't wanna walk. I'm with Palestine, blah, 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 I don't wanna be part of this. I'm with," so why even argue about that? Like, now you're making yourself look like, "Well, I should still be able to walk even though I have free speech," and it's like, yeah, but you're kinda doing it, like, all the wrong way, and even so, you shouldn't want to, be a part of that, but whatever. What do I know about, this? All I know is, if they really want, like, Palestine to if they're really all about Palestine, go to Palestine. Like, go visit it. Cool. That sounds good. If you really hate America that much, leave. Like, that's all you gotta do, like, I don't know, like, I talk shit about America too, but I still, like, "Nah, I love it here because it's way better than anywhere else, at least," or I'm really anxious, so I can't really go anywhere, so I don't really have a choice, but, like, if you really hate it this much, just go. Just leave. That's all you gotta do. It's a happy little accident. No, that's all you gotta do. Just there's so many there's it's the easy way to get out of here. You get a visa, you go to another country, like Palestine, if that's what you're for, you're pro, or, I don't know, what else? Peru? I don't know. South Africa? Whatever's good, but all I could say, here in the great, state of America, great country of America is that's so funny. I think you listen to podcasts, that's so funny. Whatever podcast, we'll just I got to do a podcast with Buddy Gabe called Podcast. Check that out on Mondays, live, on the podcast. Just search "That's All Kayfabe" anywhere podcasts are available. If you want to see video versions of this or that and other stuff I do, check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/at Lorenzo Ariola. Do video versions of this, that, other stuff, and I do a live show with the wonderful Mint Salad called Tits and Areolas. Talk about a movie we watch, play a little game. It's fun. She's great. I'm a piece of shit. It works out. It does. You should check it out. It's on YouTube and Twitter at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, live on Tuesday nights. If you want to support the show, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Lorenzo Ariola. $5 a month gets you everything, early bonus episodes, ad-free episodes, stuff like that. And if you want to hit me up, check me out on Twitter and Instagram at Lorenzo Ariola. I got t-shirts, print stickers. You hit me up for merch. And if you want to commission some art from great artists, who does all the art for the show, check out at Retro Horror Inc. on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you to my Patreon subscribers. Thank you to everyone else. Like and subscribe, share, take care.